Hello everybody, I hope you're having a really fantastic day. Today I'm going to chat with you all about period underwear. I feel like the more voices talk about period underwear, the better, because if you're kind of on the fence about it, hopefully I can answer some of your questions and my experience can help you make an informed decision. So I restarted my period about 6 months ago after the birth of my daughter, a couple of years ago. And I was so excited. I've been wanting to try these for such a long time. They have completely not disappointed. They've completely blown my expectations, actually. They are quite expensive, which puts loads of people off. It was putting me off for a really, really long time. It's about £25 a pair. You can get good deals on them. So just keep your eyes open for a good deal and don't not find a discount, because they are there. These are the ones that I've bought. I've bought Moddybody. They probably just had really good reviews at the time, and I found them to be amazing. So this is my latest purchase. I now have one for each day of my period. So that's perfect. So I don't have to wash and wait if I don't want to. But it's taken me a little while to purchase that many, because I bought only a couple to begin with to see if I liked them. Then because they're so expensive, I've just bought a few at a time. So this is just an example of what they look like. These are like the maxi ones. They don't feel thick at all. So one of the things I love the most about these is how comfortable they are. I used to wear pads. Pads, to me, they worked a charm, but there were several things that I didn't like about them, specifically that I would have leaks. I don't have leaks with these at all, and that's one of the main reasons I bought them, was to stop the leaks in the mornings on day 2 and 3. And they have completely solved that problem. They are so absorbent. I can be really confident wearing just one of these throughout the whole day. I don't have to change, I don't have to think about that, and that is awesome. The Moddybody range has so many different styles. I've tried a few of the different styles. I've tried only ones that have got like heavy absorbency, but they do go down to kind of like even like thong tiny ones. So it's worth having a look. They've got different colours and styles and shapes, etc. I do find these are also true to size. That's probably important to say. I am usually about a 10, sometimes a 12, and the 10 fits me just right. Obviously, one of the main reasons people buy these is because they're a really sustainable option. They can be reused, they can be washed, and they are actually really easy to wash. That was another of the things that really put me off doing it. At the end of the day, all I do is rinse it out until the water runs clear. Then actually I leave it in my shower until the morning. I shove it in the wash on a delicate cycle by itself with a little thing of like wool wash, and then I've got a little option on my washer for like extra water to make sure it's really clean. And then it takes a couple of days to line dry, and that's it. I think I was also a bit put off that it would be really gross, but it's actually not gross at all. I don't find it gross. I find it actually really connecting to my body. It probably sounds a bit woo-woo, but the blood that comes out when you're bleeding is really clean. There's nothing gross about it. The question that some of you are going to have is, does it smell? Do they smell? And no, I found that they wash true. They're absolutely fine. I think that's why I add in like the little button on my washer to say like more water, because I just want to make sure that any old blood is completely out of there. And that's why they also say to make sure you rinse them really well before they even go in the wash. But yeah, I haven't found that they smell. I am such a period underwear advocate now that any kind of conversation that happens around people's moon cycles, periods, that I will be like, oh, do you use period underwear? And anyone that already uses period underwear is like, yes, of course. And they can't possibly fathom a life without it. And other people are like, oh no, interesting, okay. Also, before I go, 2 really important things about periods. 1, if you don't track your cycle, I hugely recommend that you do. There's so much you can learn from just following what your cycle does and what it's supposed to do. It's one thing we ought to have been taught in school, but we weren't. And it's so interesting to see what is and isn't normal in your body and just know what's going on. And then in line with that, knowing what the moon is doing. It's going to sound woo-woo to some of you, but I did not know until a few years ago that my cycle followed the moon, which is bonkers. I feel like some of you are going to be like, well, duh. But no one ever told me that my cycle followed the pattern of the moon. I thought it followed the pattern of the month, like the calendar month, but that's not true. It follows the moon. So I actually always start bleeding on the day after the full moon. Crazy, right? Anyway, it'd be really interesting. There's an app you can get to follow the moon if you're in a really cloudy area and you can't see it. You can see it, and then that for me is a real good indicator of when I'm next going to bleed. So I just want to reiterate, if you have any questions at all about period underwear, I will be happy to answer in the comments down below. Please just ask away and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I would love also for you to add your own experiences down below. Let me know if you use period underwear already and or what you use. Any suggestions would be great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far, you are an absolute star. Please give this a thumbs up and share it with anyone that you think would really benefit. Most of all, have a really fantastic rest of your day. Bye.